is it ethical to kill spiders? So if you're a normal person, this question might sound a little bit weird, because it is. Most people, if they see a spider, will probably squish it without a second thought. And that's fair, man. They freak me out too. They freak me out. Most of the time when it comes to rationalizing any form of violence on things that are seen as lesser creatures, I guess, I think the default position to take as to why it's ethical is they're less intelligent, right? Like they're not as smart as us. So it's like, hey, it's whatever. Fucking why not? Why not do it? And some people take that argument to different lengths and apply it to some creatures and not others. Some people even use it to justify killing bigger animals like dogs. Not that any spider haters out there watching this want to kill dogs. I don't think you want to do that. I hope you don't want to do that. But let's say there's a butterfly flying around my house, right? And I see it and I'm like, oh, ew, disgusting. And then I squished it with my bare hands. If someone saw me do that, they'd probably be like, what the fuck, dude? Why'd you do that? Fucking check yourself into a psych ward. That's crazy. Whereas if I were to do the same thing to a spider, nobody would care. I don't think that there's any real intelligence gap between like a butterfly and a spider. At least none that really matters, I feel like. So in this example, the intelligence argument breaks down, and it's all about aesthetics. It's about what we find beautiful and what we find disgusting. And I think that just the notion of killing something only because I find it aesthetically displeasing, just because I think it's kind of ugly, like that's a little fucked up, man. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, dude. I'm not like a spider lover over here. They still freak me out. There's some people that can like hold a spider or a tarantula in their hand and they're just like chill with that. I can't do that, bro. That's crazy. They still freak me out. But is finding them disgusting enough to like make it ethical to kill them? Like, I feel like probably not. There is, of course, also the argument of like, oh, but they're in your home and they're like taking up space and they pose a threat, and that is a totally different story. But 99% of the time when we're talking about killing spiders, we're not talking about like a poisonous like wolf spider that could actually harm you. We're talking about like a daddy long legs or something, right? And in that scenario, I don't think it's ethical to kill them. I feel like probably not. I mean, do what you want, bro. I'm not your mom. But truly, the only reason that we kill them ever is because we find them to be ugly. And I don't know if that's cool. I saw this poem kind of recently about a spider that got killed because it, got spotted. And I don't know how it goes exactly. I'll probably find it and then put the words in the description. But in any case, it just made me think, it's not fair that just because a spider happened to get spotted that it immediately dies, It's still a conscious thing that's experiencing the world. And to just like, I don't know, kill it out of nowhere for no reason other than just like, I think that you're kind of ugly. That seems a little fucked up. On principle, at least. I saw this like Tumblr post or tweet from a while back that was talking about how like human are kind of what fae are in like old story tales, Like sometimes they'll come along and help you, and sometimes they'll murder you out of nowhere for breaking rules that you could not possibly know or comprehend. And I think that's pretty accurate. And I don't know, I wanna be nice, man. Like the spider didn't know that it's in my bedroom, so why it doesn't feel fair to just like squish it. So if it's unethical to kill spiders, that leaves the question of what should you do, right? Because in a lot of cases, you don't want to just leave it there where it is, depending on where it might be. Honestly, whether or not I kill it totally depends on just where it is in the house. It like is the main deciding factor. One of the more common positions is to catch and release them outside, which, on its face sounds more ethical than, just squishing them immediately. But these are indoor spiders that have like acclimated to an indoor environment, and putting them outside means that almost every single time they are going to die. They just can't acclimate to the outdoors. And if anything, you're probably giving them a more painful, slow death than like the fly swatter would have been. There's also some other people. I saw this one TikTok a while back talking about how like the best thing you can do is find a room in your house that you relocate all the spiders to, like a garage or something. But the issue with that is that if you keep putting spiders in there, like you're gonna run out of space eventually. The spiders are gonna take over. I don't want to dedicate like one room to being the spider room, dude. Like if I ever want to go into the garage to get like a little snack or something, or like a hammer, I'm just like swarmed by like daddy long legs. That doesn't sound great. I don't want that. I do still kill spiders sometimes, even like daddy long legs, which I think are relatively harmless, or just are harmless. If they're like really close to my bed, then I'll do it. I saw this statistic online that was like you sleep with your mouth open sometimes, and on average, each person consumes 3 spiders in their sleep a year. I know that's not true. That's not a true statistic. But the idea of that happening, like, freaks me out. And it's unlikely, but it still could happen. And I don't want that to happen. So if you're really close to where I sleep, you're gonna get killed. Sorry, buddy. Also, if it's anywhere close to like my PC setup, because being in the middle of like a high stakes game and then having a spider start crawling on me, dude, like I can't deal with that. But most of the time, that's not where they are. Usually, they're just in like the corners of rooms, just hanging out, chilling. Usually, in those cases, I always just let them be. Like we'll get mosquitoes or flies or whatever else, and they actually catch them and help out a bit. You know, like they pay their rent, they catch the flies, and they don't bother anyone up in that little corner. So like at the end of the day, I think it's okay. I actually used to have this one spider in like the corner of like my windowsill that like just chilled there, and like I got a little emotionally attached, dude. Like I just let him hang out there, and like I called him Dave, and he was super chill. And like he used to be scared of me, but then he kind of got used to my presence, and like we were fucking, we were chill ass fibers. And then he died eventually because he don't live that long. But it was cool. I do not extend this kindness to all insects, though, right? Like if I think that it's unethical to kill spiders because it's unethical to kill butterflies, you'd think that extends to all insects. It doesn't. I fucking hate ants, dude. My like ants have gone into the house recently, and they've been like eating all of our shit. I can't leave like food out on my table ever, like unattended for more than like a couple minutes, because then otherwise they find it and they go fucking crazy. And ants I will kill with no remorse. Not because I find them ugly, but because they keep trying to steal my fucking food. I'm against the principle of killing something just because I find it ugly. But if you are like actively fucking things up and trying to take my food, I'm gonna kill you. I'll do it, man. I'll do it. I have seen people also get maybe a little bit too crazy with the ants. I saw this one Reddit post a while back that was talking about this guy who found an ant outside, like just like in the grass while he was, I think, doing a picnic, and he just like he ripped off all the ants' limbs one by one to see how it'd react. That's just a little crazy. That's a bit much. I wouldn't do that, even to an ant indoors, right? I avoid killing ants or anything else outdoors because like that's where they're supposed to be. They're not like encroaching on my territory or stealing my shit. They're just outdoors, and that's where they're meant to be. So I like live and let live. But yes, if they're indoors, I'll commit like fucking mass genocide, dude. Fuck the ants. Let me have my food. It's my food. Those are all my thoughts on bugs and like whether or not it's ethical to kill them. My main principle is to not kill if they don't pose an immediate threat, or if they aren't causing some massive inconvenience, like raiding my bread cabinet. Which does mean that killing them when they're too close to my bed technically violates my, thoughts on this. But hey, I'm only human, we're full of contradictions, that's how it goes. There are also, of course, people who have no issues killing spiders or butterflies. Which is, a little crazy. Maybe stay away from me if that's the case for you. That's weird. But hey, you're morally consistent. I'll give you that. You got me. That's all the app for today. It's been a little bit since my last upload, but hey, I'm back and I'm keeping with it.